final days here. Got the holiday in between. So it's really a strange sort of a situation. What's your take on how things are going?
Just like last week, I mean, I don't think there's any difference. I don't think that Mary Landrieu has made any real progress in this race. And so I think that you're looking at probably about 10 to 20 point difference at this point in time.
Some are speculating the Democrats have abandoned her.
Yeah. I definitely would say that, for sure. I certainly think they abandoned her last week on the Senate floor, and so I think she did very well in terms of getting one vote away from getting it passed. But it's still a loss, and so for her it doesn't look good, and she is getting some money coming in, but if you can't get on TV enough, and even if you can, you have to have a message, and I'm not so sure she has a message at this point in time. I don't think it's resonating.
It seems she's being outspent big time. Would you agree? I mean, most of the commercials I see are Cassidy or groups supporting Cassidy.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I have. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I think that she has a fundraiser going on. I think Stevie Wonder is going to be coming in on her behalf. I think I read that she's going up to New York for a fundraiser with Hillary Clinton, or she has gone up to New York. I don't recall. So I do think she's getting some of the money, but I think that when the Senate Democrat committee decided to withhold that money, I think that was a real knife in the back to her. Mm-hmm. So, I think she could have made it a lot more competitive. She didn't do as well as she should have done, I think, in the at least the last during the election. But she still was ahead. She wasn't behind by 20 points or 10 points, and so we have to wait and see. Now she has to just get out the votes, and I just don't see how it's going to happen.
Well, she's legendary for getting out the votes, and she's got a big operation. I mean, her campaign organization is certainly tried, tested, experienced. So you would think she does pretty well at getting her base out, and we'll just see if she's able to pull off an incredible upset. I know Cassidy is campaigning today. I'm going to try to see the event that they're doing on the North Shore with Texas Governor Rick Perry, bringing in some Republican heavy hitters.
Sure, and that's the other thing. I mean, I'm not sure, what heavy hitters. I mean, certainly no, say, presidential candidates other than Clinton from before. I think they have a upcoming, or at least a current U.S. senator from New Jersey coming in, but I don't see that. I mean, he doesn't have the swagger or the stroke that Perry has, and so I just don't see it. And in terms of look, the Democratic Party is not what it was. Yeah, and so yeah, Mary Landrieu, had an organization, has a base. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when the governor, lieutenant governor, the secretary of state, insurance commissioner, when the majority in the House and Senate or Republicans, it's you don't have that infrastructure at all.
I also read, Steve, where the Louisiana Democratic Party is laying off people. So at a time where you would think they'd be ramping up, would be bringing on more personnel, they're letting people go, which again is another bad sign.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's a collapse. Now they say that it's not going to make a difference, but I don't believe that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see where the difference is right now. So unless they can really get out the vote, and that's a big if, and unless say Cassie's people for some reason think he's a snoozer and don't go out there to vote.
That's always a big concern. Overconfidence, complacency. Look at Eric Cantor. I mean, he was 25 points ahead he went to sleep in the final few weeks, and he was overtaken by a Tea Party guy who just had more enthusiasm, no money, and that's an example of what can happen to a complacent campaign.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen here. I mean, the thing is that I don't think it's going to happen here. The thing is that you have a groundswell of people. The real activity is going on in the Cassidy camp. The emotions. You could tell from the call list on your show. The emotions are very strong. The emotions on the other side are not. And that's where the difference is. Now, you can have a situation that could combust. I mean, certainly you could have a situation, theoretically speaking, a Ferguson type situation where emotions really all of a sudden become inflamed. But I don't see that happening, and hopefully it won't happen.